Are you having a hard time naming and writing chemical formula?
Well, you've come to the right place because we are here to help you.
We will teach you how to name and write
Type 1, 2, and 3 binary ionic compounds and acid. Always remember that cation is always named first, then followed by an ion. Here, we will name the compound SRO. SR is the chemical symbol for strontium, while the O is for oxygen, whose root is ox, and then we will add the IDE in the end of this. So we will form the strontium oxide. For writing the formula for strontium oxide, the chemical symbol of strontium is Sr. Sr is in the second column of the periodic table, so its oxidation state is positive 2. Oxide is derived from oxygen that has oxidation of negative 2. And the symbol of it is O. So we have Sr positive charge 2 and O negative charge 2. And it is balanced, so to put it will be SRO.
Type 2 binary ionic compound is composed of two types of elements, a transition metal which can have more than one charge and a non-metal. Here's an example, NiO. Always remember to name the metal first. And beside it, write its oxidation state or charge in Roman numerals inside a parenthesis. The charge can be determined by a reverse crisscross, and always remember that it is always balanced. To find the charge of nickel, look for the charge of the non-metal O or oxygen in your periodic table, which is negative 2. Multiply it to the number of its atoms. Since there is no indicated number, it will be 1. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Balance it to the total positive charge, which is positive 2, and divide it to the number of atoms of the metal Ni or nickel, which is 1, and the answer will be positive 2. Get the root of the non-metal, which is ox, and add the suffix "ide", it will become oxide. Combine it together, it will be nickel 2 oxide. But how to write the formula for nickel 2 oxide? Write the symbol and charge first. For nickel, it is Ni. For oxygen, it is O. The charge of nickel is found inside the parenthesis, which is 2. For oxygen, look at your periodic table and you will find its charge, which is negative 2. If it adds up to 0, you don't have to write anything. It will be just NiO. But for other compounds that has a charge that is not equal to 0, you can crisscross it and then you're done.
Now, it's time to name type 3 binary compounds or binary molecular compounds. What makes a type 3 different? Well, first of all, it's a combination of two non-metallic ions. They are held by a covalent bond and as such use prefixes instead. Here are the prefixes used in naming type 3. The number of elements are dependent on how many was used. The order of the ions are: first, the element with the least electronegativity, and second, the element with the greater electronegativity. However, there is an exception to this, and that is carbon is always go first, and hydrogen is placed second after nitrogen. When using hydrogen, the prefixes are no longer needed. There is a rule that the prefix mono isn't used when the beginning of the compound has only one element. Here, you can see the order of the common compounds. First, carbon, second, phosphorus, nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur, iodine, bromine, chlorine, oxygen, and fluorine. When naming the second element, the proper prefix is used and the end of the element is changed to IDE. Here as our example, we have SeCl2 or selenium dichloride. Applying the rules, there should be no mono in the beginning and uses the prefix IDE to the second element. Selenium has lesser in the electronegativity than chlorine, and these two elements are balanced.
Our given here is Sr open parenthesis NO3 close 2. When naming, you will see to this compound that this is not a binary because there are 3 present elements here and one of these is oxygen. The nitrogen is with the oxygen, so it will be called nitrate. When naming the compound, first you need to identify the cation, which is the strontium, so it will be called strontium nitrate. For writing the formula for strontium nitrate, First, you need to balance the charges by supplying the subscripts. Since Sr has positive 2 charge and NO3 is negative 1 charge, you will need 2 NO3 to balance 1 Sr positive charge 2. So the answer is Sr open parenthesis NO3 close parenthesis 2.
So today, in naming acids, we are going to have the example HI. Then we are going to separate the two elements. The H has a positive charge and the I have negative charge. Then next, we are going to identify the ion, which is iodide. Replace the IDE with IC, and then put hydro in the beginning. Then add the root word, which is ion. Then it will become hydroiodic acid. For writing the formula in hydroiodic acid, replace IC with IDE, then it is going to become iodide. Iodide is the meaning of I. Then add the hydrogen ions, since I has negative 1 charge and hydrogen has a positive 1 charge. Then it will be read as HI or hydroiodic acid.
Did you learn how to write and name chemical formulas?
We hope you did learn from us.
Just remember the steps and tips that we taught you.
Thank you for watching!